What's up folks, Lex here, and today I have a figure unboxing and review of the Elite Mattel Macho King Randy Savage. Now, this is not the first Macho King we have from Mattel. We got the Hall of Fame Series one that had the fluorescent color tights and all that good stuff. This has a pretty wild design as well. This is from Target. I was lucky enough to hop into my local Target and find these on the shelves. There was still one left over too, so it's nice to see Target actually having some good distribution, at least my local Target having some good distribution. Usually when I go in there, it's figures from a couple years ago, but they got this brand new series here. If we take a look at the back here, we can also see that in this series we have The Rock, who comes with the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley, who comes with the ECW Championship, and Lita. So I wasn't really tempted to pick up any of the other ones. Maybe I will if there's demand for it. Maybe I'll go back there and see if they're still there, but Lita would probably be the closest one to the ones I pick up. I usually only collect retro guys from the 80s and 90s and maybe the early 2000s, but I really wanted to pick up this Macho King because he's got such a cool design. Now, if you look on the side here, you can see that he's got the picture of the outfit there. And I'd say the coloring is off. Here it's a little bit lighter pink, while here it's much more of a, I don't even know what you would call this. It's like a hot pink. It reminds me of like candy or something like that, like a taffy or something. But you also got this picture on the side of Macho Man, or Macho King I should say, as it says on his bandana. On the back here it says from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 237 pounds, 6'2". Career highlights: WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Macho King shattered his royal scepter over Ultimate Warrior's head, costing his rival the WWE Championship at Royal Rumble 1991. And this is appropriate because we are about to hit the Royal Rumble in real life. And while I don't really pay attention to modern day pro wrestling, I know the Royal Rumble is in January all the time. So let's go ahead and stop talking and open this guy up. Okay, so I've got my little tool here. It rattles because there's different attachments in there. Go ahead and cut the tape on this. You can find this in stores for $20. The secondary market seems to be not too bad, actually. I have seen it go for, $60. I see it listed for $60 on some places, but eBay you can get it for about $30 to $35. It's been a while since I've opened one of these. Just want to be really careful that I don't damage the packaging, because I like to put them back in the packaging and put them on the wall when I'm done with them. Okay, here we go. Pull Macho King out of the packaging here. So on the back here, I don't know if you noticed that, but it's got the Royal Rumble clock down to 0, which is kind of cool. So here is the figure itself. We need to start getting some of these things out. So I haven't reviewed a figure in a while. I have bought a few figures, so I'll probably review those as well. I wanted to get to this one because it's more topical. But they started putting different hands in these figures, so you can swap them out, and we'll try that a little bit later. I've never actually done it. I never really cared, but for some figures they actually do make a lot of sense. For some they don't, but that's a story for another day. So I got me some small scissors here. Be careful not to... Oh, the top of the scepter popped off. I'm guessing that's a feature so that you can break it over the Ultimate Warrior's head. And I'm actually just gonna, now that we've popped that off, just pull the scepter out. Okay, I got the little base out. Come on. There we go. Got the little light stand out. Wow. Okay, got both the hands out. And now it's just time for the figure. Toss that to the side. Okay, that was probably one of the more difficult packaging unboxings I've ever had to do there. But we got the figure here, so we're going to stand him right here. Let me go ahead and focus this a little bit better. So we got the Macho King standing right there. I can already tell like the build quality of the figure is actually pretty good. I can see a blemish, a paint blemish. It kind of is annoying me right now, but I'll get to that in just a bit. Let's go ahead and assemble his extra stuff here. We've got the light right there, so well, the light I guess you wouldn't really see because the light would be like this, lighting him up. And then we have the scepter here. The crown, or the top of the scepter, goes right there up top. Doesn't fit on, it doesn't snap into place really. It just kind of sits there so that you can break it over Ultimate Warrior's head. Oh gosh, maybe it should snap in there. I don't know. It's falling off really easily. Yeah, it's like just barely sitting there. Put that in his hand. Oh, there it goes. Popped right off. That's pretty annoying. I know it has to be loose to break apart, but it's just kind of annoying it has to be like that. So that's the Macho Man with his scepter and his light. And now we're going to change out one of his hands. I'm going to change out his left hand here. I'm just going to twist until this pops out, and then and there goes the scepter top again, and I'm going to just pop that or twist that in. Let's try to get the scepter back here. Yeah, I'm so frustrated with that scepter. That can go to the side for now, but there you have Macho Man kind of pointing, or when he does his promos and he kind of waves his finger around. Ooh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, there's my Macho Man impression for you guys. So overall, just looking at the figure from afar, I like the look of it. It's a really good looking figure. Kind of put it back here into the light. All right, so now we got the close-up view here of him. You can see, I mean, this is a really nice figure, but I don't know if you can tell, there is a paint blemish on this one. And there were two figures at the store, so I compared, and this one seemed to be, at first, the better one because I saw some black scuffs on the other one, which are fixable, by the way. If you ever see black scuffs on the skin or something like that, you can take care of that. But this one just seemed to be in perfect shape. But looking at it a little bit more closely, I can see that there is actually a paint blemish on his chest there. So that's a little annoying. It's not too big, so it's not a huge deal, but of course I want my figure to be in great shape. If you look here at the bandana comes off, and the glasses also come off. And there you have a Savage head scan. One of my biggest, oops, let's go ahead and stand him up here. So one of my biggest beefs with Mattel Macho Man figures have been the head scans. And maybe head scan isn't the right term. I don't know if they actually scanned him, but the head sculpt, I've never really liked any of them. I have a couple of other Macho Mans. I have the other Macho King, and I have the WCW Slim Jim color Macho Man. Not the actual Slim Jim figure, but the color, the attire one. And they just look off. They look weird, and I can't tell what it is. Maybe it's not the face, but maybe it's the hair mold, and maybe it's just because they have to do it to put on the hat or something, or to make the glasses fit or whatever. With the glasses and bandana on, I think he looks pretty good. With the hat and glasses off, he doesn't look terrible here. I think this is probably one of the best head sculpts they've done, if not the best. I definitely don't think it's something you don't buy the figure for. It's something that's going to stop you from buying the figure. But I don't know. It's just a little off. This one's pretty good though. Actually, I like this one quite a bit. The more I look at it, but we're gonna take a look at the other parts of him. So taking a look at the lower half here, he has the same color on the tights because it's all one piece. He's got the boots here on the back. You can see the lacing paint job there, and the black and pink on the white boots. Just looks really good. And then down here on the wrist, you see the wristbands that say Macho King. It also says it says Macho King twice. So, and on the back of the wristbands, they have the pink lace painted on. So overall, my final thoughts on this figure is that this is a great figure by Mattel. Probably the one to get in the series if you're going to get one. Even if you have all the other Macho Mans or Macho Kings, this is probably one of the better ones, at least in my opinion. I really like the wild color scheme. The scepter is kind of a miss for me just because of how easily the scepter top falls off. But that can make it a good thing if you're trying to play with the figure and trying to recreate the Royal Rumble moment with the Ultimate Warrior. Maybe that works for you. I also like the interchangeable hands where they give you the finger point, because Macho Man's so synonymous with the finger point. Maybe not pointing straight ahead like this, but pointing it up in the air, more like this. If I can get it in the frame. But yeah, I really like this figure. I think the color scheme of the attire is awesome. The glasses, the detail on the glasses are just phenomenal. The paint job is all really good all over the place, except for that small blemish on the chest, which is a factory thing. It's not really Mattel's fault necessarily. But yeah, this is a great figure. Pick it up if you can find it in Target, and even if you have to pay a little bit extra for it, it might be worth it, because this figure just looks so much better out of the box than it does in the box, and it already looks great in the box. So that does it for this Figure Friday. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more figure reviews. I know some of you guys really subscribe for the wrestling content, so there's going to be more wrestling content. I'm hoping to do this every Friday with a new figure. I've got a couple lined up that I have never reviewed before, some older ones, and I'm also kind of hoping to go over my childhood wrestling figure collection, which is huge. Well, maybe it's huge by my standards. It might not be a room full of figures or anything like that, but there's over 200 figures there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Lex, signing out.